were you in ECW? Because we just looked something up and it said you guys left in 97. Was that right?
I don't know. I thought 98.
I thought
So it says it says you debuted, and it's just Perry. I think it's just Perry debuted in WCW September 8th, 1997.
Well, then if that's when I debuted in there, because I was there for a couple of years, I thought for sure.
Well, you had to debut with us maybe in late 95?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking then.
Okay. So a couple years you were with us.
Because by the time I left, a lot of the boys weren't there anymore, like 911, and it was a whole new group of guys.
Why did you money?
Me and John were fist fighting each other every night. We couldn't fucking team together anymore, and Paulie wouldn't break us up.
Paul wouldn't break you up.
Nope. Paulie was always great to me. I have nothing negative to say. He told me, he goes, Perry, I've spent way too much money getting you guys over. There's no way I'm breaking you up.
And that's why I never knew.
And I told him, I go, Paulie, there's a good chance I'm going to go to WCW with Scotty then. At that pay-per-view in Florida. And then Paulie felt maybe that I disrespect him or something, because then he screamed at me in front of all the boys, I don't give a fuck, go. If you want to leave, leave. And I said, okay, Paulie, I'll be gone.
Wow, where was I?
I don't know. It was right in the building, because I'm very, like intense, and I don't mean nothing by it. And so maybe it came across harder than I wanted it to, because Paulie obviously got offended because that's the only time he's ever yelled at me or anything,
Wow, see that I was unaware. Well, I was unaware of the heat between you and John. You and Kronus.
We got into the show in Pittsburgh. We did whatever that was before. We got into a fighting caused over $4,000 worth of damage to the room.
Wow.
What were you fighting over?
We were supposed to. We were at a bar, and we're going to go back to the hotel, and John didn't want to go back, and I basically said, well, you're going to have to go back, And he goes, okay, let me tell these girls goodbye. He left and just left me. And we were like pretty far from the airport. So John got to the hotel before me, and he knew I was going to be pissed. So as soon as I get in the room, he jumped on me,
Oh, my God. Where was I? I didn't hear any of this.
Do you remember the guys from Reading? They were like biker guys or something. Me and John got into a fight. They tried to break us up, and we beat them up. And Paulie got mad. He said, "You guys can't do that." We were fighting every day, just about.
So you and John were going to fight. You saw these guys. You end up
no. They grabbed us to break us up, and when they grabbed us, we ended up beating the shit out of them.
And so after you beat them up, did you start beating each other up again?
No, then Paulie was over there yelling.
Oh, jeez. Paul's bringing me up.
For forever, John and I got along like brothers.
Yeah.
Forever. I mean, we were together in Memphis forever. And all of a sudden, he just, his new girlfriend at the time, or wife, whoever she was, kept telling him that I was fucking him over and stuff, Oh, I'm sorry. Do I have to watch my mouth?
No, you're fine.
Hell no.
Okay, I'll try not to swear. But, and he was, I would say we got to do something. And he would go, no, Stacy thinks I should do this. I don't care what she thinks you should do.
Wait a minute. In the match?
Or going to the arena or something.
I thought she was calling.
I mean, you've talked to John, so you know how he couldn't get to any show without me or anything,
Yeah, I do remember that about him.
And he had the dyslexia real bad. So if I tell him, take exit whatever road, Martin Luther King Boulevard, if I don't tell him the exit number, he'll keep driving until I tell him to get off. Because he had that dyslexia real bad and he couldn't read.
Dyslexia. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I remember you guys just getting along. I
All the time. We lived together for millions of years.
wow.
You know,
Wow.
and we were in Japan for a couple of years together. We were in Memphis for over a year. You know, it's just everywhere. You know, and we're from the same neighborhood at home.
Right. So that's Boston.
Yeah.
Okay. So before you even came to ECW, you guys were doing territories together and got along.
Yeah. We were working in Japan all the time.
Yeah.
And Taz contacted me one time, and I sent him a tape. And about 3 months later, Paulie called me at like 3 in the morning.
Right, because that's
and said he'd like to, and so we came in. And then when we got there, we almost didn't make it to the show. We got off the plane and we started walking to the gate, and Mo was there to pick us up.
Oh no, yeah.
And she goes, "Are you guys the Eliminators?" And I swear I almost said no and turned around and walked out.
Because of Mo? Oh.
Yeah, she smelled bad, and she was very nice, but it was more than what I was expecting.
I got you. Oh my God.
Yeah, we almost didn't make it. I almost said no, we're not. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did make it. Let me ask you this:
Hey, I loved. That was the best place I ever worked. You know, as far but everybody got along so good.
We did, right? It was like a family. We still say that to this day, and that's why I was
For
so
sure.
excited to see you, because I hadn't seen you in so long.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, made me really.
You know, everywhere else I've been is real cliquey. We had a little cliquey thing, but it wasn't a major deal. You know. The podheads all hung out together because they did the pod, and the guys doing the somas were together. You know, that's just how it. But in the other place, you know, WCW and WWE, it's real cliquey, you know. And so there'll be a group of guys who love you, and then there'll be a group of guys who hate you. And you got to deal with both that shit all the time.
Yeah, because I've said it so many times. I was never in the drug clique. I was never in the drinking clique and stuff, but I was friends with everyone because everybody got along with each other, you know?
Yeah. See, I worked in the office on Long Island, and I was a drug addict. So I was kind of in between the two cliques, you know?
Well,
I would have to go to Paulie's house during the week with the editing of the videos and shit. And then on the weekend, I'd be all fucked up and could hardly walk, you know?
Oh, geez. Well, you never knew it in the ring.
No, I never was before the match, only after.
Right.
No, never before.
Did you use Total Elimination before you got to ECW?
Yeah.
You did. Okay. That to me, that is one of the best finishing moves I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because you're in front of me. I've said it for
I was going down to the Performance Center in Orlando a few times. I tried to teach a bunch of the kids down there how to do it, and none of them can do it. I don't know. It's really, me and John both have black belts. We've been throwing kicks our whole fucking life. So It was easy for us, and I guess it's more difficult than what I realized because nobody's ripped it off.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty. I mean, it was scary to take, I'm not going to lie, but the execution.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It was a great finisher, and I'm proud to say I was the only girl who ever took it. So, thank you.
Tough as hell too. Took it tough as hell. Didn't complain about it or anything, you know.
But let's not forget that you're missing something because of her as well. She snipped something off of you
your hair,
that's long gone.
Your hair.
Yeah, you know what? No, we did that. That was my idea.
Okay, that wasn't
because I was going bald. I just got my hair cut and I was going bald, and I told Paulie, I'm not going to have a bald head. I want to shave my head. And he goes, oh no, let's do something on TV with it. And I said, okay, soon. And then we did it with you guys within a few weeks.
Yeah, and I always thought you were mad at me because I cut your hair. I said, oh my God, that wasn't my idea. If he's not mad at me.
No, it was my idea. And because I went to get my hair cut and I could see that my hair was thinning. And I wasn't going to have the horseshoe haircut. I just couldn't do that.
Horseshoe. Love it.